In this video we will be doing some price analysis on Theta. So hello, welcome to Operation Crypto and welcome to today's video. Please make sure you do like this video and subscribe to the channel to be notified when I'm going to be publishing out fresh content. So like I say, in today's video we're going to be talking about Theta Network. We'll have a look at some key statistics to start with, and then we'll jump over to the charts and do a bit of price analysis to see where the price could potentially go in the future and where we could get some good investment opportunities. So let's get cracking, and we will start off on CoinMarketCap and we'll run over some of the key statistics of the network and the coin, and then we will jump over to TradingView, do a little bit of technical analysis. So Theta, which is currently ranked 33 out of all cryptocurrencies, has a coin price today of 66 cents. We have 8% down on today's trading. We have had a bit of a shitty start to the day's market, and it did finish off quite shitty as well yesterday, so things are starting to push down a little bit, which could affect the price entry points going forward. But we have a total supply of 1 billion, and out of those in circulation we have 870 million, and we have a trading volume of $99.4 million. Today's market cap is $578 million, so you could say we're just over $500 million in market cap. If we look where we're getting that volume, so as you can see, Binance is getting a fair bit of a volume, 16% against Tether. We're getting a good 7% against BTC, and we're listed on quite a lot of exchanges and good exchanges as well. We have 38 recognised pairs on CoinMarketCap, but predominantly most of these are decent exchanges. You've got no shit on there. You've got nothing that is potentially going to run away with all your money, so that is good to see there. All in high as well. I'm just scrolling down here. If you can see above my little head down here, the all-time highs that we had was about 3 days ago. We pushed up to 79 cents, so that is a very good price considering what's been going on over the last few months with Bitcoin and that. But let's jump into the charts now, and we will have a look at what's been going on recently, what's going on in the past, and then what could potentially expect going forward. We will start off on the weekly time frame. This is the Binance chart. It is getting predominantly most of the volume, so we will look on here to start with, and we'll have a look at marking up some key areas of support and resistance, and then we'll jump into some where we could expect the price to go. What I want to do first up is mark where we had the all-time high, and this will give us a good point to aim in the future, so we'll bang that there. And that was all-time high, as for once in its entire history CoinMarketCap has got that right, and that's his all-time highs. Mark it as red. So that's his all-time highs in place, and that will give us somewhere to target in the future and a good area to break. But what I want to do is just mark a couple of support and resistance levels up. So here we have one, that is obviously a key level there. We had a double top and we came down, so that's a weekly level. We'll have that there, and just see if we can get 2 or 3 of these levels on. You can see we've got one there. We wicked right up, acted as resistance, and the same again, we resisted off that wick there. Turn it to a weekly. Let's see if we can get a couple more lower, because I do think that unfortunately the price is going to go down. But see that wick there? That acted as resistance come from, and we used it as support when we pushed through on the 7th of September. That's when we bounced pretty much off that area and we went to all-time highs from there. Let's see if we can get a couple lower down here. You could say we have one there on that wick. So it acted as resistance, come all the way through, and then it acted as support on that wick. And possibly see if we can get one more any lower, just in case the markets do shit the bed. You got one there as well. So it bounced off that wick, acted as support, come right through, used the area of support quite a few times, rejected them, and again it flipped it to support. So we have quite a few good levels there, and that will set us up nicely if we move into the daily time frame. And what I want to do first is just zoom out a little bit and have a look back to here, which was the 13th of March, and Bitcoin had quite a significant dump, around 57%. This didn't drop down too much considering some of the projects, but ever since then we've been on one hell of a rise, and we'll just mark it as a price range. So from yearly lows, when we dropped down to what you could call that 3.5 cents, all up to the all-time highs that we had a few days ago, when 2000 200% price raise. That is absolutely massive, and hopefully you've managed to make some profits there. If you're a long-term holder, then just keep holding, or if you sold some and looking for ranges down here, that could be a good move to make. But let's just get rid of that. So we've had a big price raise there. What I do is just have a look at some potential areas where we can see some daily support if we can get any in. So we are on the daily time frame here. Looks like you've got one there. At wick there, acted as resistance, come away through and acted as support, so we'll change that to a daily level. When I'm looking for these daily support and resistance levels, I actually look for 2 touches of a wick, which pretty much confirms it is resistance. You got one there. We could do this all day, you could put loads on the daily time frame, but that area acted as resistance, come away through and acted as support a few times. I'm not going to go too far down because I don't believe we're going to do a full retracement like this and see if we can get one down in these levels. We've got an obvious one there as well. So come all the way through, acted as support there, all the way through and support. So that's quite a key area there. That's enough for what I think we have there. We'll look at all that structure in place. We've got plenty of air to work off and plenty of areas where to potentially put in some buy orders. So next, I want to put the Fibonacci on, and it will give us some key levels and good places to buy. So we'll take the entire move, so from the bottom all the way down there, and we'll take the double top. I'll just run that for a little bit further. Sometimes these Fibonacci is absolutely banging. I mean, look how nicely that 618 level lands on that daily support. That is absolutely perfect. What I try to do, if I'm looking to invest in a project, personally, I like to wait for a 618 retracement. So in my opinion, if I were going to invest in this, personally I'm not holding Theta, but if I were going to invest, I would look at waiting to come down here. For the long-term positional hold, this is not a day trading position, this is a long-term positional investment hold. So I would look at buying it around these levels. We have had a very substantive move. We had quite a bit of relief here, but then it gained some more traction and we've been on an absolute solid move. But things always come down, and that's nothing against the projects, that's just because people take profits, people sell and move on to better things. But I do think that this could be a good area to target. If you look at the markets, you can't see them at a minute on my screen, but the markets are all very red at a minute. Bitcoin's had a bit of a shit its pants scenario, and it's dropped about $200-300, and unfortunately the rest of the market is falling at a minute. So I think this is why Theta has started to move down a bit. To be honest, it's not moved down that much considering some other coins, but if I were looking to invest, I would invest it at these levels down here. So you could, wrong box. If we just look at investing, there we go, that's pick wrong box. I would look at these levels down here. So we have some great weekly support here down at 38 cents, and the daily level, which is a 618 level on the fib at 32 cents. So they are good areas in my opinion to invest if you are looking to get in. If we don't come down and Bitcoin turns bullish, then just buying at market price, because I think still everything's very cheap now. What I want to do is show you as well the Hitman market momentum finder. This works out when there's a swing in market momentum. So if you see, can't see there, if you see this bearish icon there, we did have a drop and it came all the way down to around here, but then we had a bullish icon on the 12th of July, and it's worked out very well. We've gone from what you could call 18 cent all up to all-time highs at just short of 80 cents. So that's been a major move, and I like to use that, and it gives me a rough estimation to where the price is, in which direction it's going to go. So that's where I think you should invest in Theta Network. Obviously, if we flip around and start to be bullish, then obviously $1 is the next target. $1 is a massive area, and I do think that could be targeted if we turn bullish, if a market turn bullish again. We're having a little bit of downward trend at minute C, so there would be the next target from here. We've got no levels up here. We have no support and resistance levels, as it is uncharted territory. So that is where I think you could get an investment opportunity, and that is where we could go if we spin around, bounce off this level and start taking off. I think $1 is a great target. What I want to do next is just have a look at Theta in a BTC price. If you do trade in BTC, personally I don't. I trade in Tether because I find it a little bit easier to manage. What I do again is just put the Fibonacci on. I want to take the entire move really, so I'll take that wick there, which was closed, all up to the top. We did have a double top on the Bitcoin chart as well. And again, 618 levels down here. I'm not going to put any support and resistance levels on because I don't use it. So you're talking 3,500 sats, anywhere from 3,000 all the way up to 3,700. I do think that would be a pretty much clinical area. If we look at the top right box, it goes all the way through to them wicks, and I think that's quite a valid area to potentially look at getting in as an investment if you do trade in BTC. But like I say, I don't trade in BTC, and I will just stick to trading in Tether. So that will wrap it up for today's video. If you have any questions in regards to Theta or any price action, or if you'd like me to do any analysis on other coins, then please drop a note in the comments below, and I will try to get to it. So thanks very much for listening. Please make sure you do like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you next time.